Bill, if you could please come to the Quarter Mile Clothing Company and contact the timing tower. Bill, if you could please go to the Quarter Mile Clothing Company and...
Top end, 1182. So only 10,000ths of a second away from a perfect reaction time, Budweiser 16 miles per hour. And the great reaction time from the Monte Carlo ends up running a 16:29 at 85 miles per hour. Top end, 1135, 118 miles an hour. Now that is a true speed run to 1135 at 118 miles per hour. That was really... Budweiser lane, top end, 1149, 115 miles an hour. For the first long. Now folks, you may be saying, that's a Chevy pickup. What are they doing here? It's the all Buick race day. Well, full power. See the torque from that Buick, the left front wheel up in the air. It goes through 1132, 117 miles per hour, and it looks like we'll get their first running 1206 with the 6. And the Grand National Budweiser side, 1145, 160.
Yeah?
Yeah. Want we hebben in ieder geval grote stoelen staan.
And drivers, if you are in the staging lanes, we are going to send you back. Lots of yellow and red in it, and we are going to run this pair of cars, and then we are going to... You can please go back to your pit area, and we are going to just sit tight and kind of see what Mother Nature brings.
Chevy, come on. Okay. He's hoping to drive a low,
right. But I want to go with more CFM.
Low or high 12 with it. I said, you can forget about that.
Just sit there and spin.
Yeah, spin. That's a law against that. Huh?
Against what?
Taking people without
Permission.
Yes.
Hopefully it'll continue drying up well. Quick 16. In the 1987 Grand National. So far, the bump spot is 11:08. Dotson is currently qualified number 14. Jim Crawley is currently qualified 17. So Crawley is not qualified in the Rislow lane. And the 11:08 you see on the scoreboard is what these racers have. They have to go faster than that if they want to qualify. Starters running good, top end 10:49. And the bump spot, number 16, and Jim Dotson is only number 14 with that pass. So both of those racers could be bumped out of the field. And the Rislow top end 9:04. And the dual Sprout shoots to slow down. That puts him in the number 3 qualified position. Up now is John Schmidt in the Rislow lane in the oval. Going up against Gary Payne in the Budweiser lane from Norwalk, Ohio. It's KCS. But look at the oval. The oval 70 miles per hour. That's over 9 miles per hour faster than the number 1 qualifier. Huge miles. D6 winning through the lanes right now, sponsored by Cotton's Performance Center. Now it's John Stevens Budweiser lane from Noeken, Indiana, the 81 Regal. Going up against Rislow side. Miles at 122 miles per hour. That bumps Stevens. Stevens is not in the show. Now it is Bruce Wilson Budweiser lane in the 82 XJS. Out of Monterey, Maryland. Going up against John Zurcha. So Wilson's number 10 and John Zurcha is still number 1. Now it's Rick Miller in the Budweiser lane out of Pleasanton, Maryland. The carpenter by trade in the 87 T-type Regal. Going up against Chicago, Illinois, and the 85 Regal in the Rislow lane. Up against Brian Field, Budweiser side, also out of Chicago, Illinois. occasionally races in our Coastal Place comp category in our regular points, Saturday points race. Gorgeous Skylar. Going up against Vendry in the Rizlin lane. The bump spot is now a 10:39. So there's the number 5 and number 7 qualifying. Now it's Rick Martinez, Budweiser lane out of Mattopic, New York in the 70 Grand Sport. Going up against John Horstas Jr. out of Putnam Valley, New York in the Rizlin lane. The Skylark and the Grand Sport. Their first 9:13, 100. Florida losing some traction there. Getting it sideways. Philip McLoin goes through it at 10:41. Up. Up next is Dick Kearney in the Budweiser lane, going up against Billy Anderson in the Rizlin lane. You can hear him spool up the turbos. By Bobby Don's Custom Tour and Travel, JCC Racing, G-Body Parts, Richard Custom Auto, DLS Engine Development, Plumbing and Advanced Chiropractic and Rehab. The Budweiser, look at Rich, he's just storming down the Budweiser lane, 9.6 miles per hour. Great pass for him. That puts him in the number 2 qualifier. Now it's Bobby Don in the Budweiser lane out of Heron, Illinois. A businessman by trade in the 87 Regal. 273 cubic inches. Current number 1 qualifier. These races running 88mm turbos. Now it's Chris Lyons in the Rizlo lane, 87 Grand National. Top end 921, 148 miles per hour.
Hij kan ook 670 foto's maken.
Budweiser lane looked like Grand National had to start shooting some. Budweiser lanes charging hard, 12, 11, 103 miles per hour. These races are only 1,000th of a second away from each other on the reaction time. 11, 13, 118 miles per hour. And the Buick Regal and Grand National. Oh, 61 reaction time for the Budweiser lane. Top end Rizlo inside, 1187, 100. Now here's the Pontiac Grand Prix with the Buick engine in it. For the Grand Prix. But the real Buick Rizlo lane's just pulling by 1269. Top end 1208, 98 miles an hour to the 1130, 221 mile per hour pass for the Rizlo. Here we go, top end. Starting off V8. The V8 Buick Challenge, sponsored by Finish Line Motorsports. Some gorgeous cars. Here we go to the top end, 1248, 104.63. And the Budweiser side, hanging with them. Top end 1294.35 at 100 miles per hour. Top end Budweiser side, 11 12:68, now 101 miles per hour. Okay, for those of you who want to know, we are faxing TSF and TSO to the customer service at this time. We are faxing the qualifying sheets and the ladders to customer service. Top end, 1084, 120. Here's the Grand Sport. Nuclear Banana here in the Budweiser lane. Top end, second pass at 82 miles per hour. There's Team Dragway 42 Budweiser side. Top end 1235. We'll get there first, top end, 1292. There's Rob Ortoski and the Budweiser lane on the roll. It's a Buick Roadmaster. There we go, top end, Rislone side, 1250, 107 miles per hour to the 1370.
It's black.
That guy, where's that picture from?
And Budweiser side will get there high at 108 miles per hour to the 1706, 78 miles per hour pass for the Budweiser lane. Rislone side will get there first, 1203, 110 miles in the Budweiser lane. And he will get to the finish line first, 1187, 111 miles per hour. Here's another Team Dragway 42 car and the Rislone lane. Team Dragway 42 Buick will get there first, 1266. 18, 110 miles per hour to the long lane. This car is absolutely gorgeous, and it is a sleeper. It looks like a 14-second car, but just keep your eyes on that gorgeous green Buick. First of all, time 11:46. There is no possible way you would think that is 11 and a half seconds. Top end, 11:40, 150. Get there first. 1096, 100. Powered by 494 cubic inches of big block Buick power. We will rock you. Sing it now. We will rock you. Here we go, the first pair of the total. see who's the best of the best. Action time gets the win. Our Scott Stridle from Norwalk Ohio with 81 Regal in the Richmond lane. Going up against Doug Hector. Spelled a 9-10 here in the Budweiser lane. Second pair of the Buick 316. Gary Payne in the Budweiser lane. From Norwalk Ohio with a 68 GS. Working out for top end. Gary Payne, 1030. John Corstens Jr. in the Richmond lane from Putnam Valley, New York in the 78 Skylark. Powered by a 494 big block Buick.
Hey, if I can very quickly, V6. And that is sponsored by V6. Men's Performance Center V6. This is a round one elimination call to the staging lane. Again, Cotton's Performance Center V6. We need you to the staging lanes at this time. Right back to you.
So Kubish gets the easy win, and racers, a reminder, if you have problems with your car and you think that may be leaking some fluid of any sort, please immediately pull over to the side of the track. And here we go. This pair will be Brian Fields in the Budweiser lane, all the way from Chicago, Illinois. The 84 Regal out a 10:02. Going up against Bob Mackley in the Rislow lane down to 899. So Brian Fields will be getting roughly a little over a second miss. Pair of gorgeous cars. Here we go. Clicking early, 132 miles an hour. Brian. inches, a big block Buick. Going up against Jim Boxon. Jim died from Kentucky. Both racers bumping in the station. Defeating Jim Dodson of Middleburg, Kentucky. So here we go to the next pair. Rick Martinez, Chris Lane on the top end. Rick Martinez shuts it off early for the win. Turbo Street Modified. Classified door is Stream Automatics and RJC Racing. .400 Pro Tree heads up. Rislone Lane is Dick Kearney, the #1 qualifier, going up against the #6 qualifier here in the Budweiser Lane, Kevin Bolger. Miles an hour. Dick Kearney. Up now is Jason White, Budweiser Lane, all the way from Valrico, Florida. Going up against Philip McLowan in the Bristol Lane from Millersburg. Wow! You can't tell me there's not traction on that racetrack. Philip McWhite. And the bye run goes to Billy Anderson. So he'll come back for the next round of Turbo Street Modified. Sponsored by Phoenix Store, Extreme Automatics, and RJC Racing. And he's just taking it easy to take part. Turbo Street Outlaw. Sponsored by Bobby Don's Custom Tour and Travel, JCC Racing, G-Body Parts, DSL Engine Development, Anderson Performance, Advanced Chiropractic and Rehab, Rich's Custom Auto, Extreme Automatics, HR Parts and stuff, Full Throttle Speed and Style, Champion Racing Heads, Excessive Acceleration, Jet Heat, Service Brake Collision, and Trendline Performance. It launched hard front end in the air. When it came down, it went sideways. And he tried.
Nou, dit is een hotelkamer in Norwalk. Dag van vertrek. We hadden eerder geen, dat is een andere auto. Kijk, dat is onze wagen, huurwagen, kleuterbak. De enige mogelijkheid om je spullen koel te houden, op de airco zetten. Dus geen magnetron, geen Nou, dit is de badkamer. Nou ja, douchebak. In de woning. Lekker wassen dus. En het stinkt ook. De douche.
Ja, dit is dan...
Dag kindertjes. Dag vriendjes van ik. Tot de volgende keer maar.
Sorry. Zit er nog mee naast?
Haal die mee.
Ja,
Wiel er mee.
helaas.
Nou wordt weer een lange vlucht terug.
Ja,
Net afscheid genomen van JR.
met de nadruk op vlucht. Vluchten kan niet meer.
Ja, voor jou.
Nee. Ja, aan de ene kant zou ik hier wel willen blijven. Aan de andere staat waarschijnlijk. Het klimaat vind ik nog niet.
Nou, dit klimaat, nee, dat hoeft voor mij niet.
Dit is iets te...
Dit is niet gezond voor je. Aan de ene kant zou ik wel willen blijven, aan de andere kant, ja. Ik heb veel te weinig vakantie daar.
Well, we're going back to Michigan and the Budweiser lane, the number 6 qualifier. Now it's Matt Gunset in the Riverfront lane out of Horton, Michigan. 86 Grand National dialed a 1399. Out of Little Colorado. Wow, and the 64 Skylark top end. Michael Verba all the way. Now Budweiser lane is Joe Mather from Taylor, Michigan. 87 Grand National dialed 1110. Going up against Bill. Top end. The win goes to Joe Mather from Taylor. Now it's John Pentek from Norwalk Ohio, 85 Grand National. Top end. The win goes to John Pentek. .11:30 dial in the Budweiser lane up against the 12:50 predicted time in the Rislone lane. Competitor left two. So the win automatically goes to the Rislone side. Runs a 12 back out of Akron, Ohio, in the Rislone lane in the 87 Regal. That would be 10:30. Going up against the 12 lane. Top end. Mike Novak gets the win. They're coming in with these turbo cars. They pull so hard on the top end, it is really hard to judge it. And that competitor had a problem with that. Now it's right now on Top end. That was Jerry Crandall out of Sterling Heights, Michigan. And the Richmond. Out of North Ridgeville, and Sherry Trandle gets the easy win. 11:75 predicted time. Ron Monroe, Medina, Ohio. Challenge by Motorsport.
Very hard.
Here's the 11:68 predicted time in the Bristol lane. Going up against Christine Jastrow out of Avon Lake. In her 71. And the win. Had Christine Jastrow covered by over 6/10 of a second. But breaks out never looked over their shoulders. So Christine Jastrow with the win. Up next is out of Collins, New York in the Budweiser lane. And the win goes 16 with a 114 flat predicted time. Up now is Doug Payne out of Leroy, Ohio in the 69 GS, the Painkiller. He's wanting to lift some pain on his competitor. Now instead of Doug Payne is closing in fast and gets the job. Now it's Rich Brower out of Lapeer, Michigan in the 70 GS Budweiser lane. Going up against the Grand. Predicted time. Now it's John Stevens here in the Budweiser. Now it's 10-7. Now it's Don McCurry, Budweiser lane from Canton, Michigan. Works for General Motors in the 70 Grand Sport. Run up against Bob Ross in the Bristol from Flat Rock, Michigan. Also 70 Grand Sport. Both with 455 big blocks. Only 9,000 separated these two on the reaction time. Thousandths of a second at the finish line. Now it's Mike Gilbert, Brislow Lane, out of Oberlin, Ohio. He's the office certified trainer. Very good drag race. And Budweiser's side gets the but goes too fast, giving the win to the Budweiser lane. Now it's Sam Davis in the Rislone lane from Garden Grove, California. Retired 71 Buick Grand Sport. prediction time. The Budweiser lane are the retiree from California, top end, Cal Wall. And the Budweiser lane from North Canton, Ohio, dialed in at a 13:30 in the 87 Regal. Top end, Jeep driveway 42. Now it's Steve Gray in the Rislone lane from Stowe, Ohio, to 70 GS. The predicted time of a 13:50. Top end, per hour. The wind goes to that high. Now it's David Henter in the Ripple from Montrose, Michigan. Well, 60 predicted time for his beautiful PCG. Attention racers. Around, we need you to the staging lanes, and David, good job. Once again, it's round, so as soon as you look around, back ASAP. That's Jerry Vanover, Budweiser lane out of Westline, Ohio, 83 Regal. Jerry Vanover had some problems on the starting line. Now it's Bob K. out of Ohio in the Rislone lane. Goes into the next round. Now it's Amy Mackley out of Hastings, Michigan. The Rislone lane down to 1090 and her 85 Regal. She's a database administrator. Putting up against Dave Clark. Who will it be? Top end? It will be Dan Clark from Now it's Dave Smith in the sleeper here in the Budweiser lane. From Berkeley, Ohio, up against Greenport and Bristol. And Dave Smith is already surrounded by 1,000 foot on the brakes. Now it's Brandon Bennett in the Rislone lane. Budweiser side is full Gillespie out of California. Top end runs 12:10 with a 0. Unbelievable. Now Budweiser side is James. What a shame. Both racers red lit, meaning they left too soon, but since James Comer left first, Michigan, the General Motors lead project manager in the 70s Skylark. 11:55 predicted time against Jerry Seawick out of Canfield, Ohio, in the Budweiser lane. Occupation? Retired. outside is John Steckelhoff out of Canfield, Ohio, the steel worker by trade. Going up against a competitor in the Bristol, a.k.a. John Doe. Top end, John. Jim Crawley out of Columbus, Ohio, 69 Skylark, 10:60 predicted time. Will be Shane, Griswold side predicted time, 8:99. Great 031 reaction time. Now it's Ray Whitson of Budweiser Lane. I would say relative. Once again, folks, as soon as you win your round, we need you to come right back up to the station lane. This is round robin. So as soon as you win your round, first one lane is Jim Davis. Gets beat. Windows button. Going up against unknown competitor in the original Here we go. To the top end. The window. 3,000ths of a second. Good race. Now it's Ron Monroe. Budweiser Lane out of Medina. Double 08 reaction time. But yeah, only 1/100th of a second off of the predicted time. Now it's Joe Mather in the Budweiser Lane out of Taylor, Michigan, 87. 494 cubic inches. From Mattapack to New York. Lane from Lexington, Maryland, the Carpenter down at 10:02, going up against Scott Streetle from Parma, Ohio, and 81 Regal, out 10:02. From Lexington, Maryland, and since Scott Streetle qualifier. In the Rislow lane, John Zurcha from Parma, Ohio, in the 88 Skylark. Gorgeous car. Looks like it could possibly be an ex-pro stock with an 8:55 predicted time. Up against Gary Payne in the Budweiser lane from Chardon. The great staff. Went too fast. Gary Payne was dead on with thousandths of a second. Buick, 86 Grand National in the Rislow lane, going up against Billy Anderson in the Budweiser lane. Let's give this his heads up first to the finish line, gets the win. Top end, 950, 142 miles per hour. Goes by run, Dick Kirking of the one qualifier. And just taking it easy, wanting to save the parts to make sure don't break anything here to run the vinyl. Illinois, 87 Regal. Went through the beams when he brought up the RPM, gets the automatic disc. the competitor in the Rizla is Mike Kovac. In the 87 Regal Budweiser lane from Akron, Ohio, the 10:55 predicted time. Going up against John Penton out of Orwell, Ohio, with 85 Grand National with a 11:08. Top end, John Pentek gets the win. Predicted time. Going up against John Burton in the Budweiser lane from Arlington, lane out of Canton, Michigan. General Motors employee. Battle of the Grand Sport, 71 versus 70. Getting the automatic win from Don McCurry from Canton, Michigan. Top end, Norwalk Ohio, the 69 starter Skyline. Forming the driveway 42 team member decal on the car. Look up against John Shackelpot. On the starting line. To the top end, it will be John Shackelpot victory. 84/10,000ths of a second. Up next is David Henker, Rislow Lane from Montrose, Michigan, 12:50 predicted time. Going up against Drew Edwards in the Budweiser Lane from Lavonia, Michigan, the 70 GS. Top end, see the brake lights, easy win, going for 0:16 reaction time. Now it's Doug Payne and the Killer Payne. Budweiser lane from Leroy, Ohio, 69 GS, and 81 predicted time. Columbus, Ohio, 69 Skyline. John in the Rizlo lane. Running up against the 10th lap predicted time for the Maryland.
System is literally knocking on the door. So we are going to run the semifinals in V6. We have, in terms of V8, we have 6 cars left. If those cars are ready to go, we're going to run you. We can run you and not crowd you, we're going to do that. But here are the final 3 in V6.
John Chapman, Rislow lane out of Boardman, Ohio, and those 3 Monte Carlo with a 231 cubic inch. Buick is out 16-20 against John Pentek, and the Budweiser lane from Orwell, Ohio, with an 85 Grand National. Now 11:08. Margin of victory at the finish line, 63 10,000ths of a second. Up next is John Stapleton from Canfield, Ohio, the Steelworkers 64 Skylight. Automatic win. Runs 11th, went up against Jim Crawley out of Columbus in the 69 Skyline. 1062 dial-in for Crawley and 81 for Payne. Top end, Doug Payne. 10-8. The by run of the last chance race, 11:89 predicted time. And runs 11:89 with a 9.
There is some very severe weather en route to us. So again, drivers, if you would please go back to your pit area, we would appreciate it.
En dan gaan wij naar huis, hoor, wat er ook gebeurt. Dan moeten we naar het motel.
Ja.
Dat wordt niet meer droog vanavond.
Nee, dat wordt niet meer droog.
.11:51, 116 miles. Here is the last time trial before we're closing stuff down temporarily for the weather. Turboing through at 13.